when not all video was the same. Remember when there was a flash issue? I mean, you would try to load something on a Macintosh computer, which was really big and square, and it wouldn't work. How did you overcome all of that? How did all that come together?
Well, just the differences between, you had QuickTime Player, you had Real Media Player, you had Windows Media Player, you had all these different video formats kind of competing for their own, for kind of dominance. And what we were able to discover when we first launched YouTube was within that year, Flash had enabled a video piece that would allow you to embed a video into Flash that people were primarily using for animation. And that allowed us to really re-encode all these different video codecs into Flash and have that seamless experience that would eliminate the need to know what type of media player you had on your desktop. It would simply just work. And it would work on basically any website. So people could take these videos, they could take a little snippet of code or HTML and embed it on any website or social network. At the time was MySpace. So we really empowered people with a video solution that didn't really exist before. So even if you didn't take that video, you could find a video that you thought was funny or potentially one of those viral videos from the past. You could take that and post that on your own website and blog without having to even initially upload it yourself.
And were the technical challenges big? I mean, were you and your partners equipped with the knowledge to kind of work? Obviously you were, but did it feel kind of daunting? Because as you say, there was a lot. It's not as simple as it sounds today.
Yeah, well, luckily we knew nothing about video when we got started, so we didn't understand the challenges we were going to run into. I think with any business or any challenge, anything you set out to do, it's better not to know all the problems that you're going to encounter, because I think a lot of the times you would never try it in the first place. And we experienced a lot of the same problems at PayPal, where we kind of started working on something. I was like the 10th employee there, and it was a group of guys from Stanford and U of I that started working on this encryption company, and we had a product called PayPal, so it was a payment service that you'd put on your Palm Pilots, so the original iPhone of the day, and knew nothing about financial payments, but everyone just started working on creating the solution. And I think because of that, the same way that we approach this video problem, that we were able to do things or approach things in ways that no one else thought about, because we weren't thinking about all these potential problems, we were just thinking about how it should work, and that allowed us to succeed. So
the kind of history of disruptive stuff has been very rooted in what came before, in the sense that, when they first designed the car, which was one of the huge disruptions of our age, they made it look like a wagon. It looked like a carriage, the first cars, because that's kind of what they were thinking. How is it when you're designing something for which there is no precedent? Both PayPal, YouTube, Mixbit, your latest company, you've got nothing to kind of iterate off of. So what's that design process? What drives it?
Well, it's a process of, again, just looking at what you would want, and a lot of time on the whiteboard of sketching something and talking through how it should look, how it should feel, how it should interact with it. And at PayPal, behind the scenes there was all this technical stuff of how you make the transactions work, how you control fraud. But it's simply what came down to for us was a payment button, so a simple little graphic that you could place on an auction listing. We simplified it down to that, and that's what people were able to grab and take with them. So at the same time, what we did at YouTube, we were doing all this heavy lifting of re-encoding these videos and hosting these videos, but at the end of the day, all you had was a simple little video player that you could take with you. So I think that's just how we kind of have approached it, just looking at what we'd want for ourselves, and allowed us to create something that at the end of the day, other people would want themselves.